Hey, how are you doing? Good evening, Zero. You doing okay today? I hadn't streamed in a few days. I thought I'd get on here today and start streaming. But I hope everybody's doing okay. Oh, it's pretty down here today. Oh, I'm doing just great. Thank you. You just uh, playing in the garden? Yeah, this is the time of the year to get it done. Have you got anything planted yet? Whoever else came in, thank you for coming in today. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Well, great. Yeah, great. You'll have plenty to eat during the year then. I haven't got a garden. I live in town. And I'm not able to get out there and work in it anyway. Oh, I could have done it in my younger days. But it is pretty here today. Let's see what the temperature is. Yesterday morning, oh, it's 82 degrees here. I hadn't even had the door open. But I slept part of the day today. I got up early this morning and got on the computer and then I sat down. I think I've had two naps today. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. You're not too far from me. Uh, I'm glad it was 30 something degrees yesterday morning. It was cold. I had to wear my big old sweater to church yesterday morning. But happy Easter. I hope your day was great yesterday. It warmed up a little bit yesterday, but I wore my big old sweater yesterday morning. It was cold. But we've been having uh I don't know, it must have been dogwood winter we was having. But we've got few little winters to go through. We got dogwood and blackberry winter and I don't know what all kind of winters we'll have before it gets real hot. But I'm glad. Uh, yeah, it probably was. Was it cold down there yesterday where you're at? There was the day, couple 3 days ago. We had a little snow around the area. It wasn't any in my town, but up just a few miles from me. That I had the radar up, and it said it was uh, snowing. Yeah, that's about what it was here. It's about that or a little bit colder. But I take that as long as it warms back up. I need to get out there maybe later. I can get out there and get my mail out of the mailbox. I've been having ants in my mailbox, and they crawl all over my mail. I've got to get out there and take my vinegar and spray in my mailbox, and so they'll go away. But ants get bad this time of the year. I've had two or three in the house, but I zap them out just as soon as I see one. I used to have a bunch that come in the house. Hey, how are you? Whoever came in, thank you so much for coming in today. But I used to have ants all over my counters, and hey, Seeker, I'm doing good today, Seeker. I'm so glad you're here. But a vinegar is good to spray around your kitchen or wherever you find ants, and that will they'll keep them at bay. There's a lot of uses for vinegar. Uh, my mother, when I was growing up, whenever she'd wash my hair, she would rinse it in a solution of vinegar and water, and my hair would just shine. But I had dark brown hair back then. It don't shine much anymore since it's got gray. But I hope your day's been going good, Seeker. Happy Easter. Uh, I'm a day late telling you, but I didn't get on here yesterday. I figured everybody was with their families and everything. Uh, but thank you, Seeker. It was a good day. You're welcome. Uh, great. I'm doing good today. I don't hurt. My feet don't hurt today, and that's a good thing. Uh, because I've got arthritis in my feet, and I've had gout in my feet uh, twice in the past 5 or 6 weeks, but it's better. I've had to take my medicine twice, and I couldn't take my arthritis medicine with the gout medicine, and I was in bad shape till I got that gout cleared up. But the first time I had it a few weeks ago, I was sitting in the wheelchair, rolling myself around in here in the kitchen and living room. Well, when your feet hurt, you hurt all over. But they don't hurt today, thank goodness. I just got through taking my arthritis medicine. Now I love the medicine I take. But uh, yeah, it is. I, I, I've told you this before, but almost 4 years ago, I broke my femur bone, and I was in the nursing home. And they'd give you your medicine, and they didn't have my arthritis medicine down to give me, and then my feet started hurting, and I knew then something was wrong. And I asked them if they was giving my arthritis medicine, and they hadn't, so they had to start giving to me. You finally getting to make something to eat. Okay. I hadn't eaten nothing but light bread today, and I thought maybe I'd fix me a scrambled egg for supper or something. But I don't need nothing to eat because I have gained so much weight since I retired. I've gained 10 pounds, I think, but I've got so much wider just sitting around all the time. I'm not as active as I was when I was working. But then I'm 78 years old. My mother was 80 years old when she passed away. And sometimes she had a hard time getting around because she'd had two hip replacements. Uh, and you just don't get around when you get older as good as you did before. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a diabetic too, Secret. I'm number 2 diabetic. I take 2 pills. I take Actos and Metformin. It keeps my sugar there where it's supposed to. But I've eat 2 pieces of light bread um, uh, earlier. So then I sat down to watch TV and I went back off to sleep. I just woke up a little while ago. I wish I could get my sleep before I get my sleep schedule back. But when you don't get out and go much, you just sit down and go to sleep. I missed a couple of my shows today because I went to sleep. I think I woke up and uh, the rifle button was on with Chuck Connors, and I liked it. I keep it on my. It's like TV land. It's me TV because I've got an antenna that hangs on the wall where I don't have to pay cable anymore. And I keep it on my old shows. It's like TV land. It's Andy Griffith and all those, and Matlock and um, Perry Mason. I think I got to see part of Perry Mason this morning, and I sat back down and went back to sleep. But I've had that. I've been diabetic for about 20 years. Uh, my sugar started out real low. I wasn't feeling good one Sunday morning, and I had sugar tester. That's a sticky thing, and my blood sugar was 40. So I went to the doctor, and they gave me that test where you drink that sweet stuff, and I stayed there all day, and they stuck my finger over an hour, and uh, I had low sugar. And I was working at my regular job I had ever since I was in school, got out of high school. And after I retired from that job, my sugar started going up. And then the doctor had to put me on medicine to get it back down. But it stays where it's supposed to with that sugar. And I eat some sweets sometimes, but I cooked a lot of sweets for Christmas, candy, cakes and pies and everything. And then when I went to have blood work done in January, my sugar was a little bit better than it was the last time. And my daughter said, "Well, Mama, I'm surprised after eating all that sweets for Christmas." But my mother was a diabetic. My grandmother was a diabetic. My grandmother had to give herself a shot in her leg every day. But she was almost 90 years old when she passed away. But after my grandmother became a diabetic, she lost a lot of weight. Uh, she got some of that weight off because was always a big woman. But she got down small after she become a diabetic. She was a good old soul. I still miss her, and she passed away in 1970. But we lived with my grandmother and grandfather when my daddy was in World War II. I was just a little bitty thing, and we stayed there with my grandmother and grandfather while my daddy was gone. I know I like those old shows. I've seen every Andy Griffith show, and I still laugh at them. And they're all gone now. Andy Griffith and Barney uh, Don Knotts has all passed away. Uh, and I like Mannix too. Mannix comes on at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I like his show. He passed away here last year, I think. He was 90 something years old. But I always liked Mannix. And Perry Mason, I was watching Perry Mason reruns when my children were small, and they're in their 50s now. And I still watch Perry Mason. And I like Matlock too, but it's not. Perry Mason's my favorite. Oh, hey BJ, how are you doing? Good evening. It's warmed up down here today. It was cold here yesterday. Yeah, there ain't but two of you in here right now. Well, that's great. Uh, but I'm glad you could come in. Has your day been going good? It's hot up there. Well, it's 82 degrees here. It was 30 something when I got ready to go to church yesterday morning. It was 30 in the 30s. It was cold. I had to wrap up, put my big old sweater on. But we have got those little bitty seeker. We've got those little bitty winters. We got the two. I think that was Dogwood winter we went through this past couple of days, and we'll have blackberry winter and all them little winters. I used to could name them, but I can't name them anymore. I've got older. I can't remember as much as I did years ago. Oh, you doing a wood chipping videos? Do you have you make wood crafts? My daddy, before he passed away, he got one of those saws and like everything, and I did wood crafts, and he'd cut it out, and I'd put them together. But he passed away 31 years ago. Oh, okay. Would like to. Okay, all right. You just you got a wood stove. Sometimes I wished I had one. My daddy, when he had his farm, he had no fire pit. Okay, he had a cast iron wood stove to heat the house. Didn't have no electric heat. And Mama, it was flat on top. And in the wintertime, Mama would, when we cook Christmas dinner, she'd put turkey and ham and everything on top of that wood stove and cook it. I'd make my yeast rolls and roll them out and put them on the biscuit bread pan and put them on the mantle and cover them up and let them rise. Oh, it was good. That was good eating. The only thing I got selected heat here and the grates and the registers in the floor. And I have set my rolls on there on near that register to let them rise, but mostly I just leave them on the counter now. I love to make yeast rolls. Whenever I cook for my family, I got to make yeast rolls. They came out good Christmas or Thanksgiving. But yeah, but I love to cook. I haven't since I started streaming again. I haven't had as many come into my streams as I did when I was doing it in January because I quit in January when all that trouble started. Um, I'd have several, but I started back after I got some protection. Oh, yeah, they come back. They'll be back after I get used to being on here. I hadn't been very consistent since I started back. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, BJ. Um, but I had a good following. Sometimes I do 2 live streams a day. But I made so many friends on my live streams. There's people all over the world. There was one, uh, whether she's on my live stream or not, but whenever I make a video, there's a lady that from Australia that will uh, comment on my videos. And she's a real nice lady. I would have wished I could travel the world, just go. But it costs a lot of money to do that. I was gonna go on a cruise when I retired 2 years ago, and as soon as I retired, my refrigerator went out on me, and I had to buy me a new refrigerator, so that took my money. That would be great. I would love to see. I would love to go to Europe and all those countries over there because I'm part Irish, German, Scotch. Uh, I would love to go to Switzerland, and they've got beautiful country in the mountains over there. But I watch a lot of YouTube channels that travel, and I watch a lot of the travel channels where people's got motorhomes and travel trailers, and they travel from all the time. Uh, one of them is the Ram. They've got an old Rambler trailer. They blue. They painted it blue. The Phoenix, I think, is what they call it. And that just an older couple. They're a lot younger than I am, but and they just travel with that trailer and pull it everywhere. And I get to go with them. I mean, they get to follow them on their travels. Uh, but I can't get out and go like I want to, but I can watch everybody else do it. And I love the beautiful countryside, just beautiful. And they do a lot of boondocking where they get on public land or park, where it don't cost anything because it costs money to. Hey, Metro Sonic, how are you doing, sweetheart? You doing okay? But I would give anything if I could just travel. Oh, that is great, Metro. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, that BLM land is free. Metro. There's places here. I've checked. Uh, and there's places here. There's not as many here as there are out west. Uh, yeah. They have some of those travelers that's got solar panels, uh, and they just boondock and just that would just be great. Get out where there's hardly anybody, and that would be great. And just enjoy it. I know that. Oh, and I don't know whether it's going to rain here or not. Sun's shining bright here now. I pull up the radar. I mean, pick up the uh, the news station, but it rained several days. It quit raining. It wasn't. It didn't rain yesterday. No, it's not supposed to rain here till Thursday, and maybe Tuesday and Wednesday about 20 to 30%, and then rain Thursday 50%. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it's going to be no rain. So, but we really had a lot of rain this spring. We'll probably need that July and August when it gets dry. I hadn't even had the radar up today. But I was telling the rest of them in here, I've slept part of the day today too. But I wished I could sleep at night and then I could be up all day. But since I retired, I just sit down and go to sleep. Don't care what I'm doing. If I sit down and watch TV, I'm gone. Oh, I didn't get. I was at church this morning for Easter. Um, But my kids had other things to do yesterday, so I came home, went to Walmart after I got out of church and got my medicine. Then came home and I stopped and got me something to eat at KFC and come home and sit down and went to sleep. And I think I woke up about 4 o'clock. I slept. I slept away yesterday too. But when my grandkids were small, I'd cook for Christmas, and they're all grown now. They're up in their 30s. Uh, yeah. Now when I was working, because I worked Walmart for 13 years after I retired from my regular job. After I retired from it, I went to work at Walmart, and I scheduled. Sometimes I'd have to work daytime. Sometimes I'd work at night. And I never did have a regular schedule. I'd always uh, wake up in time to get ready to go to work. And I guess that's the reason I've got my days and nights mixed up because I worked a lot of nights at Walmart. But I worked there for 13 years till I got 76 years old and I retired 2 years ago. Be 2 years next month. And it don't seem like it's been that long since I retired. I've enjoyed being home. I was home a little bit when I was raising my kids, when I was having them. But I went back to work. I worked some in between when I had them. But in 1970, I went back to work and worked till uh, retired from my job that I had for so many years. And I stayed retired a little over a year, and I wasn't making it on Social Security, so I went to Walmart begging for a job, and they hired me. They needed a greeter, so I was a greeter for 13 years. And I enjoyed that job. I love to meet people. And I made so many friends. And I still go out and eat with the people that worked at Walmart. We go out once, first Wednesday of every month. And we're known as the Golden Girls. And we have a good time fellowship and eating with them. And some good friends, and then I go out uh, with another group, and we're known as the Facebook friends. Yeah, it is. I enjoy that. Facebook friends. We go out every few months and eat in different places. Uh, so I still get out and fellowship with a lot of people, and I enjoy that. Uh, oh, you worked at Crest Foods? Yeah. Oh, I worked at a pencil mill here in town for years. And after I retired, it moved up to another town. And that building it's empty now. That was in there. I said, Lord, I've worked there for 30 something years, and I cried. I cried when I retired from there. When I retired from Walmart, and I didn't want to retire, but after I broke my leg and shoulder, just I went back to work after I broke my leg, and worked a year and a half to save up my money so I'd have some to live on. But I like not have made it that year and a half because it slowed me down. I had 3 surgeries in 10 months, and when I broke my shoulder, they had put screws in my shoulder to hold it together so it could heal back up. And then when they took my screws out of my shoulder, a couple of months after that, I fell and broke my femur bone. I've got a rod in my leg now. Yeah, it wasn't no fun. When I broke my leg, I was in a nursing home for 7 weeks taking therapy. I know. Now we had. I like the people I worked with and forgot about the ones with bed. Yeah, the people at Walmart was good to work with. Working with in retail, and I had to greet every person that came through the door, being a people greeter, and we'd get some that personalities. They got up on the wrong side of the bed, and they'd get mad if I had to check the receipt. Uh, but that was my job, and we caught a bunch of stuff. We got six in here now. All of us greeters caught a bunch of stuff that people tried to steal. And that's what was up there for. Now they're getting rid of the greeters here in the store where I retired. I think the end of this month is the last time they'll have greeters. And I'm surprised because we kept the front ends clean and buggies pushed up and ready and swept and looking nice uh, and that's going to change, when they get rid of them. Yeah, let me my I've got my my phone just let me plug it up. Charge it. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got that phone. I got the phone plugged back up where it can charge. Oh, you had a heart attack. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I take 3 blood pressure pills myself. I didn't even know I had high blood pressure till where I retired from, where I worked all them years. They brought some nurses in and took blood work and blood pressure and everything, and I had blood pressure. I had to go to the doctor. Never even had to take any medicine before then, unless I had, cold or something. And then I take blood pressure, cholesterol, arthritis, uh, uh, calcium. I take 10, 11 pills every morning, but my blood pressure medicine keeps my blood pressure where it's supposed to be. And if I run out of one of those blood pressure pills and they can't get it up, I feel like I'm on the outside looking in, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but I'm in pretty good health as long as I take my medicine. But I got 5 in here. But I thank y'all so much. Thank you. I've been going 34 minutes. Yeah, yeah. My job wasn't that hard, physically. Hey, Linda. Good evening, sweetheart. How are you? I hadn't. It'd been 2 or 3 days since I streamed. Yesterday I didn't because it was Easter. I figured people were busy with their families. Uh, but thank you, sweetheart, for coming in. Well, that's good. Is the weather pretty there where you at? Yeah, yeah. That they put self checkout lanes at Walmart here. All right. Thank you, BJ. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your supper. Hey, Elegant Homestead. How are you? I'm fine. I'm doing great. How's your day going, Elegant Homestead? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. But it's pretty here. I guess it's pretty up there where you're at too, Elegant Homestead. I hadn't had the radar up today. I was telling them though I bet slept part of the day. I've had 2 naps today. Hey, Marie, how are you doing? Good evening. I hope your day is going good. Yeah, I think they're coming in now. Then thank you so much for coming. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing good. This has been a good day. I'm feeling good today. Well, I'm sorry, Metro Sonic. I hope you. I'll keep you in my prayers. All right, Seeker. Thank you so much. Thank you. You've been a blessing. Thank you so much for coming in, Seeker. Thank you, and I hope you have a good rest of the evening. Thank you. You too, Seeker. It's kind of right. I've got a table lamp on my thing. I've got to get me one of those lights that stands up on the floor or something. From a, I've seen other people that does live streams have those. Look, one of them looks like it's round or a lamp, to shine on them. I guess I could order me one from Amazon. I just don't know exactly what all to get. I would love to have something where I could live stream driving down the road. I don't know what I'd need, uh, but I've been wanting to go to different places away from here and do videos. But I would love to live stream going down the road. Well, thank you, Marie. That's where I want my chat. I want to be a home, uh, family friendly chat in here with good, clean, uh, you know. But thank you. I don't like bad language or anything. See, I uploaded the Easter special. Okay, all right. Well, I didn't live stream or make a video of anything yesterday. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. I've got a nice. They're all just very special. I've become friends with them, and they're just. It's been wonderful. Every now and then we'll get a troll in here and cause trouble, but my moderators kick them out. You thank you, you. But thank you, Marie. Yeah, uh, I just wanted to feel like just come around, sit down, and drink coffee, sitting around the table. All right, Metro Sonny. Oh, you have a good day, Metro. I know it is. It just I want everybody to feel at home, just like you sitting here in my home and talking, and that's the way I like it. It just I haven't had anything to eat today except 2 pieces of light bread. I bought when I went to Walmart after I got at churches. I bought me a new blender. I've got a blender over there, but I blended soap up in it when I made my homemade laundry soap, and I'm afraid to put any food in it after that. Uh, but I bought me another blender, and I'm going to start making me some smoothies. See if I can lose some weight. I know it's that time of year in the Elegant Homestead, but it's 80 something degrees here today. It was cold here yesterday. I mean, it was chilly. I had to wear a big old sweater out to church yesterday morning. But I don't know what I'd need, uh, what kind of camera I'd need. I know I'd have to have the internet on the road uh, with a camera or something to uh, while traveling to do a live stream. I've seen a lot of people live stream while they're driving. There's one 18 wheeler that live streams and has the camera up in the mirror, hanging from the mirror and live streams. And don't ever say nothing, but I love to uh, watch him go down the road. I hadn't seen him in a while. But I watch a lot of traveling uh, videos, YouTube channels. Oh, you're getting a greenhouse. My mom and daddy always had a garden when they was living, but they had a farm. That is wonderful. I've seen other people have greenhouses, and there was something on YouTube. I mean, Facebook. Uh, they grow stuff in their house to eat. Put it in windows or something. But that would be good because the sunshine in there and heat it up, and they grow in. How big a greenhouse are you going to getting, Marie? I would love to plant some peppers. And my mother, after she moved to town, she always had tomato plants out there. I hadn't planted any tomato plants. I'm not that like tomatoes that well. I like them on my hamburger. Uh, but I would love to plant me some green peppers and strawberries. Oh, oh, okay. You got 6 shelves. Well, you can put quite a bit, many things on that. If I planted anything, I'd have to have it where wouldn't have to bend over because I can't hardly bend over and pick anything up off the floor. Oh, okay, herbs, yeah. I've been stocking up on spices. Um, some of these places has got. I've got a box full of spices over here, and then I've got some. If you can see them right there, uh, I've been getting them for $1. I've got everything except uh, cayenne pepper, and I found a place where I can order it from. It's $1. Just at the yeah, that would be great. I've seen people on the videos have uh, raised beds, where they didn't have to bend over. If y'all ever watch Doug and Stacy, they've got they don't have electricity. They homesteaders, uh, and they've got raised beds out in their garden, and she just goes out there and picks whatever her greens and stuff. If y'all ever watch her, Doug and Stacy, I think they're in Missouri. Hey, creative, how are you, CR? I'm so glad to see you, CR. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to see you, but thank you. All of you are good friends, and I appreciate every one of you. I would love to plant some strawberries. I plan to make some strawberries. I think I told you. I've got some pots out there on the patio and put strawberry plants in them, and the squirrels come and pull them up root and all. I never did plant no more. But I love strawberries. We've got the next town over there. They've got the strawberry patch. A great. I mean, they've got big patch of strawberries. They've got blueberries too. And just about every year, whenever they get the strawberries coming in, I'll go down there and buy a gallon or two of strawberries and fix them and put them in the freezer. I still got strawberries in there from last year. But I like to make smoothies out of strawberries. Uh, I love strawberries. I can sit and eat them and without anything on them after I clean them up. And Shoney's, we hadn't got a Shoney's here in town anymore, but Shoney's always had a good strawberry pie. Oh, yeah, Marie, that would be great. I would love to have watermelon patch, but Lord, I live in town and I've got clay in my yard. It's about an inch or two of dirt on top, and you get dig down, you got clay. But when Daddy had his farm when he was living it, they didn't have clay out there. Now, what they always had a beautiful garden, green beans, corn, and different things. Now I loved a good old salad. I love to go. We've got uh, Ruby Tuesdays here, and they've got a good salad bar. But I love a good salad bar, and I love my blue cheese dressing. It's fattening, but it's good. But I went up, stopped there one day. It's there close to Walmart where I was working. And I stopped there one day to get me a salad to bring home. It cost me $9 for a salad. I said, Lordy mercy. But it was good. And they said I could have all I wanted for $9. So I really packed it in. I love their pasta too. They've got a good salad bar there. But Shoney's back years ago, they used to have that cube cheese. cheddar cheese, little bitty cubes, and I love them too. Yeah, and the cantaloupes are good. Mom and Daddy had cantaloupes. And he had a front field in front of the house. It was a couple of acres, and he planted watermelons in that field one time, and hauled them up and sold them. Had corn out there planted sometimes. Yeah. Uh, Cantaloupes is good. I like watermelons better. But Daddy milked cows, and we always had homemade ice cream, freezer. And that's it was one you had to crank. I've got one out here, but it's an electric one. It's been a while since I made any homemade ice cream. I made some here a few years ago. I made some black walnut ice cream. It was good, but it don't do me good to make anything or ice cream like that. And because I'd have to eat it, I'd have to invite the family over to eat it. Oh, well, okay, I didn't know. I know watermelons are sweet, Marie. Yeah, I love uh, sitting outside and eat watermelon, and I love salt on my watermelon. I hadn't had any watermelon for a while. They every year over here in October in another town they have a craft festival, craft show every year, once a year. And there's somebody always sits out there with watermelons for sale. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a diabetic. I don't eat watermelon that often, Marie. Because it wouldn't do me the good to bring a whole watermelon in here. I never would be able to eat it all. I guess I could have. Uh, Now, Walmart did have watermelon already cut up in a little tray, but I hadn't seen any in a while where they cut it up themselves and put it in there. Yeah, it is creative, CR. It is good. I've been over here on here almost an hour. Yeah, but it is good, isn't it, Marie? It is good. Oh, they have. Uh, I think they cook. Somebody used to years ago down at Craft Show would have had a pumpkin patch, and they'd always. I know. I'd rather cut it myself, Linda. But they would always have a truckload of pumpkins to sell at that craft show too. Oh my goodness! Uh, I clicked on something that I lost y'all, but there you are. I know. That's the reason I don't buy a whole watermelon. I hadn't had any in a long time. But if I had a big family here, that would be great. Yeah, it is. It's better to catch them in season if you're gonna eat one. Uh, but we usually, whenever we had watermelon, we'd sit outside Knead it, and that way the water from the watermelon could drip all over the place because it's a mess when you do it in the house. Yeah, it is, Linda. But since I live here by myself, it wouldn't be feasible to me to uh, buy one. Oh, that is great. I love the deers are so pretty. Yeah, I love all that too, Linda. Matter of fact, I've got some oranges here that I bought. I think six. I think I've got two or three oranges left. I know they're so pretty. The deers are so pretty, Bambi. But I've got strawberries in the freezer now. I've got some blueberries out there too. I had never froze any grapes, but I love those golden delicious apples. Um, those red ones, bright red ones, are real dark red ones. I like them too. But I like to make a fruit salad with grapes and bananas and apples and oranges and uh, different things in it. Put a little mayonnaise in it. They're so good. Yeah, that sounds good. Great for ice cubes. Yeah, I like golden delicious apples. Oh, yeah, Linda, they are so good. I'm about out of coffee and a few things. I've got to get to uh, the store. I went to Walmart yesterday and just pick up my medicine and buy a blender, but I didn't get no groceries yesterday. But I need to go back and get my ground around and since I buy that a big long 5 pound round that's in a round thing, and then I pat my hamburger meat out, and put them in each one in a sandwich bag and put it up in the freezer, and that way when I want one, I can just pull it out and put it in the pan. Oh, I need to make me some. I've got spaghetti that I've got to make, but I've got to get me some more ground round to make it, and then I'll uh, make a big bunch of that, and put it in little bowls, and put it in the freezer. Then pop it in the microwave when I want something to eat. And it's getting time for me to pull out my sun oven and put it out there on the front porch and cook stuff in it. I hadn't cooked anything in it this winter because you can cook in that sun oven even in the snow. Set it out there and it'll cook. But I just didn't want to stay out there and it cold. I don't like the cold weather. I cooked some chicken in the last year in there, some chicken breast, and it was so tender. One of them fell apart when I pulled it out of the pan. Yes, I bought a solar oven, ordered one last year. I got it to cause you. I've got videos of it. I don't know whether y'all seen my videos cooking in my solar oven. Yeah, they cook so good. The only thing you can't do is fry anything, like in grease or anything. But you can make bread in it. I I made cut up potatoes and put in there, and cook me some potatoes, and I cooked a roast in there. I Uh, I don't fry anything anymore since I've got my air fryer, Linda. Unless it is a hamburger, and I put that in a pan and put it on the stove. That I love my air fryer, Marie. Um, I had it for a long time before I ever started using it, and I really got it to make fried pies in because I was wanting to make some fried pies and sell them, but I hadn't. I made fried pies in them one time, but I cooked shrimp in it, uh, fish, uh, steaks. Um, all of the steaks in there is absolutely delicious, and they cook up so good, and just wonderful. And I seasoned them up before I put them in there. I made uh, here a week or two ago. I made up some marinade with different stuff in it, and put it a little steak in, marinated it for a while, and put it in the sun. My air fryer, and oh god, it was so good. Yeah, yeah. Now I've cooked French fries in my sun oven, and they turned out good and crispy. Hey, Kristen, music. Hey, Bob didn't. I quit streaming, live streaming in January when I got swatted, and I just started back here a few days ago. Hold on. Yeah, that's a sales call. I don't answer them. I bet those sweet potato fries is good. Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you. It's good to be back. But thank you so much for coming. But there's a few months there I didn't stream at all because I was afraid to. But I'm so glad to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Uh, but I've got me a program on my computer now that I hide by IP address, so they can't find out where I'm at. Well, thank you, Kristen. Thank you. I can feel that hug. Here's a hug back for you. Give everybody a hug. If y'all ever watch Cab 7, he'll give everybody a hug. Oh, I would love to go over there and travel over there and those countries over there, Kristen. Oh, thank you. When you hug somebody, that's good. It helps. It's very therapeutic. I'm a hugging person. Lord, even when I worked at Walmart, some of the people that I become friends with, the customers, I'd give them a hug when they come in. Oh, okay. Now, my daddy was over in Germany and Belgium in World War II. He brought some money back, German money back. I've still got it. I love to watch people. I love the traveling channels, Christian. I love to watch them travel different places. Have you ever been to Switzerland, Kristen? Switzerland's a beautiful country too. I've never been there, but I've watched other people's videos. I love those mountains. They're pretty. Oh, okay. I've only been in an airplane one time, and that was 10, 11 years ago. I flew to Orlando, Florida. I had a business meeting to go down there, and I didn't want to drive by myself. And it only took an hour and 19 minutes to go down there, and I didn't even have time to get my seat warm. I was down there before I knew it. I sat at the airport waiting on to get on the plane longer than that. But I got there about 2 hours early because I didn't want to be late. And I had to go down there early in the morning, and it was still dark. I left my car in the parking lot there. And then when I come back, I got back in it and drove home. But my daddy was over there over a year in World War II. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge. I've been to Aruba. Oh, okay. Oh, that was wonderful. I was in the band when I was in school. I was in the band. I played the clarinet, and I loved the marching band. I loved to march in it. But I graduated in 1960. But they had a band. I was in junior high, and well, I was in the sixth grade when I got in the band the first time. And I was in the band for 6 years, and I enjoyed that. I loved to march. Oh, okay, you back then. I got the sales call. You did not. You did not answer. Well, I know. You know I hate them sales calls. And I got that do not get on that do not call list, and that lasted about 2 weeks, and then they started calling again. Oh, okay. I would. Yeah, Lord, you're a very talented Christian. I always wanted to play the piano, but Daddy was a construction electrician, and we lived in a trailer, and he pulled a trailer everywhere we went, and we traveled around a lot from job to job, and there wasn't no way in the world you'd get a piano in a small trailer. So I played the clarinet. Yeah, I admire you, Christian. I tell you what, it's I played the clarinet good. I still got my clarinet. I just don't play it anymore. Uh, but I enjoyed my time. I was in the band. Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's about like the saxophone. I wanted to play the saxophone when I went in the band, but they needed a clarinet player. But the saxophone's a lot easier. I mean, it's a lot heavier. But I admire anybody that can play that many instruments. But I love to go to the ball games. I think I didn't miss but one ball game. And I was sick that week. I had something wrong, and I didn't get to go to one ball game and play in it, and I missed it so bad. Yeah, but the saxophone is about the same thing. The keys about the same. And that would have been kind of hard to pull one of them around because I had to take my clarinet to school with me every day. Yeah, yeah. No, no, that's a big guitar in it. That's one as tall as you are. Yeah, that would be something. Now the flute is about like the clarinet, except it's just. I mean, the keys are about the same. No, I wasn't big enough to pull out one of them around. I don't even know why I got it in the car. I would have had to have uh, I'd have to put it in the trunk and leave the lid open. And they don't. I don't think they have those big old bass. Uh, those big old. What did you say it was? What one of those big old things? I don't think they do that in the marching in the band. But I love the beat of the band. When it marches. I would have been good in the army if I'd been a man, because I love to march. Yeah, the tuba is that's a big instrument too. I've got a picture of on stage where we had a concert when I was a senior, and I've got a picture of the band sitting up there on stage in concert. It's in black and white because back then, we had. I think we did have some colored. My daddy bought a movie camera in 1955, and it was in color. And I wish to goodness I could afford to have all them movies put on a DVD or whatever. But they're still on them reels, and my projector don't. Okay, Marie. Well, thank you. I enjoyed talking to you. Will you enjoy your supper? And I hope you and your family have a good one. Yeah, I do. I love the rhythm of the band, playing. Thank you. God bless you too, Marie. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. It's been a blessing. I was gonna make another video. I made a video of pictures of when I was growing up, but I didn't. I couldn't find that picture of the band, and I need to get some more together. And I've got a box over there. When I was at the prom, I've still got my napkin and place cards and everything. Uh, I always kept it all these years, and it's been 59 years since I retired. But I've got it in a little box. Matter of fact, it's sitting over there on my other computer. But I'm going to get a video, make a video, and get some more pictures together. But I started out with pictures of me growing up, and I was just a little bitty thing. My daddy was holding me, just a baby. I had my grandfather and great grandfather sitting in the chair in front of us. Lord, that 1941 when I was born. But you have a good night, Marie. But I when I graduated from high school, I got married as soon as I got out of high school, and I got my first job just the next week after I graduated. And the years have just flown by. I mean, they have gone by so fast. I was busy raising my family and raising my children, and working, and the time went by so fast. And here I am, 78 years old now. And those were the good years. And I didn't think I was ever going to be 18 years old. And when I did, I mean, time just took off. It does. And it's gone by fast since I've retired, because I'll be retired from Walmart the 2 years, the end of May, next month. And it's gone by so fast. And I thought, well, Lord, because when I was working, the week would seem so long. Trying to get where I could have a day off. And working at Walmart, you didn't have a regular weekend because I worked a lot of weekends. Yeah, it took after I got 18. Well, I was 19 when I graduated. I failed the fifth grade. I had a lot of childhood diseases in the fifth grade. I think I had a lot, and I missed so much work. Missed school. Yeah, but time goes by so fast. But I never did when I was young. I said, well, I'd be glad when I get older. And well, I don't know. I wish wish now. I know you got to grow up. Yeah. My I've been divorced. See, my husband. We was married 13 years, and he took off with another woman. So I raised my three children by myself. Worked and put them through school. He was sorry. Yeah, but he still with that woman he run off with. They've been married 40 something years. But her family had money. It's got money, so he went with the money. Left me with three kids, and I had to fight to get. Yeah. No, when I married. Mama bought me a wedding dress. Uh, that wasn't no big wedding. Me and Mom and Dad and the preacher. So there wasn't much uh money spent on my wedding. When I started having children, I've got three, but I would have had five, but I lost two of them. I would have had five in 5 years. I carried one baby 6 months and lost it. My oldest daughter was 14 months old when I lost that baby. I never did know what it was, but I had so much kidney infection. My baby rotted. uh, I'd never heard of that before. Oh, you lost your one and only baby. I'm sorry, Linda. Yeah, I can imagine. I've always wondered what because the second one I lost, I was just barely pregnant. I mean, but I don't know what either one of them was. So I've got two little babies in heaven waiting on me. So I don't even know what they were. But I am so sorry, Linda. We uh, we don't know what all we're going to have to go through. We really don't. But I went through. Oh, I know, Linda. She is so cute. I've got Linda on Facebook, y'all, and her little dog is so cute. I would love to have a little dog, but if I wanted to go anywhere, I'd have to get a babysitter. It would be good company. Oh, 8 years. I know my daughter and her husband had a dog, and it finally passed away, and it was just like losing a child, you know. My daughter had a dog, and it passed away right before her husband passed away. And I had just broke my shoulder, and she don't. My daughter took me home because I couldn't do anything. She took me home with her because I couldn't use my arm for anything. And I was sitting in there in the recliner, and she had got off from work, and they was outside, and I thought she was laughing, and that dog had got run over, and she saw it get run over, and she cried and cried and cried. Oh, it just broke her heart. I know, CR, they're just like family. And she had another dog before that. Uh, and at the time she was living with me and the dog was here. And I got upset one time. And you know that dog, I was laying on the couch. That dog got up and laid on top of me and down, said, Mama, she's trying to comfort you because you're so upset. And I thought that was so sweet. Yeah, they can love you unconditionally, Linda. Oh, they love you more than they do yourself. They do themselves. But my daddy had a German Shepherd out there on the farm. Oh, and when my daddy passed away, that dog grieved so bad. Yeah, I can imagine. You know, they love a dog will love you unconditionally, very, very much. You're his master. I mean, you're his master or her master. I've been on here almost an hour and a half. My daughter hadn't called yet, so maybe she will later. But I used to have a little uh one of them little dogs that's long and had short legs. Long time ago when my kids was little. Oh, I know you enjoy that, Linda. And since it's got better weather out there, you won't get so cold. I've had 10 thumbs up, so I've had 10 people in here so far. I've got 4 now. But you don't know how much I appreciate every one of you. Just absolutely, y'all are good friends. Oh, today's a pretty day to get out and walk, and I hadn't even had my door open. Later on, I need to walk out and get my mail. But it's 80 something degrees here today, and it was 30 something yesterday morning. And it'll be like that till it gets warm weather. I mean, up in the summer. I don't like humid air. Uh, the humidity here is bad sometimes, Linda. Now, the factory I worked in, we didn't have an air conditioner. And the heat in that thing was absolutely breathtaking. I had a heat stroke one time years ago, back in the 90s. I had a heat stroke and I had to go to the doctor. The nurse from work had to take me to the doctor. Well, it was 82 here a few minutes ago, CR. My daughter came in from Pennsylvania back in September, and she said, "Mama, because it's not humid hadn't got humidity up there. And they live, her and my grandson and his family lives right there on Lake Erie. Just the humidity down here like Scotter. But that factory I worked in, every summer, it just, the heat would almost smother you. And I'm not the only one that the heat bothered. There was other people that would have heat strokes. I went back to work that day. I had that heat stroke. I went back to work the next day, and I took me a cooler of ice and a rag, and I kept wiping myself down, arms and face, so I wouldn't have another one. And somebody had got my fan. They took my fan away from me, and that's the reason I had heat stroke, because I had the fan standing in front of me blowing on me. Oh, have you ever? There's a couple that I watched that's up there, CR, and their channel, YouTube channel is Maple Mapleberry Farms. I don't know whether you ever watched them or not. It's a young couple. He's retired from the military. He had to retire early on account of health issues, and they're homesteading. They bought some land and they built a house themselves. Got a little girl. Her name's Sam, and they built the house. I watched him build that house. He's built it himself, and she'd get out there and help him too. And he had, oh, yeah, Pusa Studios. I love them too. I love to go in their live streams. I'd go in there and enjoy that. You remember Linda? Uh, I don't know what it's Pusa Studios. Uh, I think yeah, Pusa Studios and Cab Seven. When they got through live streaming, they come into my channel and visited us. Remember that, Linda? No, I like Pusa Studios. Yeah, they come in and just tickle me to death. Yeah, they are good. They're very good people. Very, very, very helpful. Very helpful. I like Cab Seven's live streams too. Yeah, Green Bay Wacky. Yeah, he's got a used to have it. I don't know whether he still does or not. Green Bay Wacky to have a prayer. I think it was on Thursday night. Where oh, thank you, CR. Thank you. I enjoy you being here. Thank you very much. The Green Bay Wacky would have a prayer, a live stream. I think it's on Thursday night. If you had anything that needed prayer, they'd pray for. They uplift each other, and I thought that was great. But thank you, CR. I enjoy my live streaming. But when I got swatted, when the police, I don't wound up on my doorstep, I quit for a while, about 3 months. And I missed all of y'all so much. I was even afraid to go into anybody else's live stream and say anything. I'd go in and listen. But I was afraid, somebody'd get me again. But I've got back on. But some people are mean. They just that unnerved me that night so much. Yeah, but I've got a program on here now. Downloaded it to my computer. It hides my IP address. Right now, it shows I'm in New York City. uh, but I have to pay for it every month, but it ain't that much. Oh well, thank you. I just want everybody to feel at home. Sit around my table and get you a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, and just sit and talk just like. Uh, I enjoy it, Linda, and CR. I really do. 'Cause I've never seen a stranger. That's the reason I loved my job at Walmart. I made friends with so many people working there. Some of the customers, and I'm still good friends with them. As a matter of fact, I go out and eat with some of them every now and then, and we go to different places. Uh, and it's good fellowship, to get out and enjoy each other's company. Okay, CR. Did you send it to my email address? I finally figured out how to make one. Uh, okay, did you send it to my email address? But I got into a program. Okay, well, I didn't see it. If I did, in the, oh, okay. Um, I'll have to go back. If I did, I didn't see it. Oh, I'll have to look and see. Oh, but I found a program where I made me one. Have you seen my banner I've got now? CR. Uh, it's got strawberries on it. It's red. It's got strawberries on it. I've got retired and prepping in a minute. Oh, okay. I figured out. I finally found how to make it. I've made several, but the one that I'm using now is the best one that I made. I made some others, but this one looks better. Uh, but I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get the right dimensions of it, and oh, okay. But I didn't, I didn't see it where you sent it. If I did, I don't remember. That's been a while back, a long time ago. I'll have to look and see what if I probably deleted it. I forgot which one, what program I use now. It was one of those free ones where you go in and after I figured it out, it was all right. But I found the right dimensions, the length and the width and everything. And I played with several of them. I've made several. I've got them all saved in that program. Uh, I'll have to. Oh, you don't. ES ESP. Okay. Well, I can't wait till you start making videos, Linda. I didn't know. Oh, okay, CR. Oh, especially. Oh, okay. Oh, when are you? I love sunflowers. And yeah, but well, thank you, CR. Thank you very much. Uh, when are you gonna move? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I, I'll need to. Oh, out in the country. I miss living in the country. I live here in town. Oh, okay. Oh, but I lived out there on the farm with my mom and daddy after my husband left home. I bought a trailer and moved out there uh, and raised my kids out there on the farm. You know, and I after my last one got married, I bought a house in town. And I'd give anything if I'd stayed out there because my daddy passed away 2 weeks after I bought my house in town. And Mama said if I hadn't moved up, she would have kept the farm. I'd stayed out there with her. I told her, I said, well, I could have rented my house out and moved back out there. Yeah. Uh, Daddy had 126 acres, and it was way back off the road. I think it's almost a quarter of a mile from the road to driveway up to the farmhouse. And you get out there and play, and the kids play, and uh, they hauled hay and milked, worked in the garden. Uh, all three of my kids helped my daddy haul hay. I drove the tractor one time for him. Oh, I know. I miss the farm. I still dream about living out there. But Daddy had he bought the farm in 1969. Bought it right before he retired, so he'd have something to do after he retired. Uh, Cause he was the one. He never was happy unless he was busy. He couldn't have stood to live in town. He wouldn't have had nothing to do. And he passed away, I guess, 13 years after he retired. Yeah. Well, I drove the tractor one time hauling hay. They needed somebody to drive it. And I drove the tractor one time uh, when they getting corn, picking corn, because it had a trailer on the back end of it, the tractor, and had corn to feed the. Uh, and I've stood help. They had a thing you stick corn in it to chill the corn, and even the corn in the garden, I've helped cut that off and help Mama bag it up and put it in the freezer. But it had hogs, had 7 hogs, and I took all those 7 hogs off at one time in the back end of the truck to another town to get them slaughtered and brought them back home. They had to haul. They had to put them in there for me. I couldn't have got them in there. I've got a riding lawnmower out here. I can mow my own yard, but since I broke my shoulder on my right side, and can't hardly pull the lever, to pull the blade up and down. And then I broke my leg, and I can't hardly get. I can't even get in the bathtub, so I can't get them on the riding lawnmower. So I have to have somebody. I pay somebody to mow my yard now. I told them just come every 2 weeks. I couldn't afford to get it mowed every week. But I used to mow my own yard. Uh, I bought me a electric weed eater and weed eat my own yard. Lord, that's been 20 something years ago. I used to do a lot more than I do now. But I'd get out there. I had bought a house and I sold it right before Mama passed away. Then I got her house when she passed away. If I lived closer, I would do it for some fresh fruit and veggies. Well, I hadn't got no fresh fruit and veggies. I don't even have a garden, but I could go buy some. We've got a farmers market here in town. I think it's on Thursday. People that has farms brings their produce up there and sells it. I ain't been up there in a while. Oh, okay. I know. That would be great, Linda. Now I planted petunias last year. I've got some flower pots out there on the patio, and I've got hostas planted in them, and they bloom, come back out every year. But I have had one pot I've planted some petunias in, and I've got to get me some and plant. I've got a flower pot on the front porch, and get me some and plant out there. And I've got hanging baskets out there that I need to plant some petunias in. They've got it hanging from the patio. I've got a covered patio out there. I've been on here an hour and 45 minutes. It don't seem like it's been that long. I got in there and fixed my hair and washed my face and put my uh, oil on my face, my cream for my uh, psoriasis. I've got psoriasis on my face. And put my lipstick on. So I look like somebody coming on here. Now, my screen looks backwards over here. This is my right side, and this is my left side. And before, oh, okay, Crystal, welcome back, sweetheart. Thank you. And this is my right side. So when I was live streaming before, my door would be on this side over here. Now, the picture's backwards. I still got 10 thumbs up. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Oh, okay, Kristen. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going to stay on here about 15, 20 minutes more. That'll be 2 hours. Then I'm going to have to fix me something to eat. I've got a bowl of that taco soup that I made. I think I've got one bowl left in the freezer. I may pop it in the microwave. What time? What? It is 5:28 p.m. here in the evening. So, what's your time over there, Kristen? Y'all are way ahead of us over here. Oh, 12:28. Oh, so it's a little after midnight where you're at then. Oh, okay. You're at nighttime. That's amazing, isn't it? But I'm so glad you're in here. I would love, like I said, I would love to go over there. I've never flew across the water, but I've only flew one time in an airplane. That was going to Florida. Uh, I've got a cousin, one of my older cousins. He's still living, and he has flown all over the place. Uh, I think I've got another cousin. Her daughter lives in Ecuador. Her daughter and son-in-law retired. He was worked for airplane company, and he retired. And they bought a house on the beach down there at Ecuador. And I think she's going to fly down there in September and spend about a month or two down there with them. Uh, but they live right there on the beach, and whenever she does uh, she talks to my cousin on face on a thank you, CR. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you. I'm gonna stay about 15 more minutes. Hey, Sugar Creek. But thank you, CR. Thank yeah, you've been a blessing in here. You very much. I love those sunflowers. They so pretty. I love sunflowers. How are you doing, Sugar Creek? Oh, okay, Kristen. I've been to Florida several times, down there at the beach, down at Panama City, and it's beautiful down there. I hadn't been in 7, 8, 9 years. I would love to go back, but you have a good night, sweetheart. And thank you, CR. Thank you so much. I know, isn't it pretty down here today, Sugar Creek? It was 80 something degrees a while ago. Beautiful day. I like days like this, and I hadn't even had the door open today. I need to open my windows, but I think that I don't even know where the air conditioner. Well, I ain't got the air conditioner on, but it's not cold and it's not too hot in here. I had the heat on yesterday. But you have a good night, CR. Thank you. It is beautiful. I'm going to bring up the radar. Me too, Linda. I don't like wintertime. The older I get, the more it hurts me. Uh, I just do not like cold weather. The only thing I don't like, I like about being retired, because I would have loved to keep my job at Walmart, but I got where I couldn't do it anymore, is the cold weather in the wintertime, because I was up there at the door and I nearly freeze to death. I'd have to wear my coat and gloves and everything. And when it rained, we had to mop. I don't miss that. I miss seeing the people. Oh, oh, well, I didn't know you had a parrot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, me too, Linda. Me too. Yeah, it rained here. It was pretty yesterday, but it rained a day or two, at either Friday or Saturday, I think it was. We've had a lot of water, rain, and my river here through the town got flooded. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. How many words does she speak, Sugar Creek? Well, you're gonna gravel your road or something, Sugar Creek? Yeah, it was. The river was out of banks up here in town. Linda, it was. I never was in any danger, but the river was out of banks. I don't know whether anybody homes got flooded or not. We've got the river runs right through town, but they've got a floodgate. They had it up, but it never did get up to the floodgate. But they put it up in case it did. There was water over the road going out of town, uh, and it does that. We got a over there across the bridge. We got a Save a Lot. I think it went out of business, but sometimes it'd get up in it too. But they went out of business. I hate that because I'd go in there sometimes and find some good buys. My daughter done a lot of shopping at Save a Lot, but a lot. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, your driveway's 2 miles long. My goodness, you live way in the back then. Hey Chris, how are you? You must live up north. We've got snow and rain mix, snow cover everything. This crazy and oh my goodness, you're doing all right, Chris. Thank you so much. Oh, you're in Alaska. Okay, you're up way up north. I've never been to Alaska. I watch a lot of traveling shows. I watch people uh, traveling there with their motorhomes and travel trailers and go to Alaska. Uh, there was one couple. They took their motorhome up to the Arctic Circle. Oh, I envy you. I wished I lived out in the country. But 2 miles long driveway. Well, hope you didn't have to plant flowers all the way through down your driveway. So you've got a farm. You've got a farm, Sugar Creek. I see your Sugar Creek homestead. Oh yeah. How far is your nearest neighbor from you, Sugar Creek? Oh, you live off grid. Have you got solar panels, Sugar Creek? I would love to be out in the country and live off grid and have solar panels. Are you planting flowers everywhere? That would save. I watch, I watch a lot of those traveling things, and they've got those solar panels on there, the motorhomes and travel trailers, and I would love to live like that. Oh, well, good. Yeah, yeah. I know it costs money to put them solar panels up, but that saves on your light bill. And I've had 3 or 4 after Christmas. I've got electric heat, and my light bill went up uh, this year after Christmas. I mean, more than usual. And I've got new windows in my house. I've got those replacement windows in it, and my light bill hadn't been that high since I had them put in about 6 years ago. But it went up this after Christmas. I had two that was over $200, and then two that was 170 something. And for me, that's high. After I had them new windows put in, but before I had to put them new windows in, my light bill was way out of bounds. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that would have been a. It cost a lot of money to have power lines put back there. You're in the east part, aren't you, Sugar Creek? I know. I had a cousin. Her husband was in the service, and they were stationed up in Alaska one time. Oh, oh, okay. You're on the other end of Tennessee, Sugar Creek. I know there's somebody I talked to that's from East Tennessee. I've been to Loretta Lynn's Dude Ranch out there here several years ago, and that's a neat place. Beautiful little town. I've been. We took a tour of her house in the little town in the shop. Uh, and she's still living. They said that house was haunted, but I looked for ghosts and I didn't see any. But my son and grandson went up there a long time. My grandson was still small. He's 26 now. But we went up there and spent the day. And I've got some beautiful pictures. They've got that red barn right there on the creek. Uh, and I took a picture of it on the creek there. And I was standing on the little bridge going, and it made a beautiful picture. Absolutely beautiful. Matter of fact, I may make a video of that. I don't think I made a video of that trip. I've got the pictures of it. I made a bunch of pictures while I was up there of her dude ranch and the house and everything. It was neat. I wouldn't mind going back sometime. But she's up in her 80s now, Loretta Lynn is. I've never seen. Yeah, I should go back. My son, I may go sometime. There's a friend of mine that at Walmart that I work with, a door greeter, and I work with her at the other factory, and the factory too. Man, she went to work there as soon as she got out, retired from the place, and I went to work there later, and she retired from Walmart right after I did last year. Me and her need to go down there. I told her that I saw her yesterday. I said, "Man, you need to go somewhere." I said, "We can't go and stay, but I said we can take a day trip. That'd be a good place for me and her to go." I bought me a new car before I retired, and I've had it 6 years now. Uh, it was a year old when I bought it, so it's 7 years old now. It's a 2012 Nissan Altima. And I've just put 18,000 miles on it since I've had it, and I've had it 6 years. But the only thing I did was go back and forth to work. It had 14,000 miles on it when I bought it. So I've got 30 something thousand miles on the car. It's still brand new to me. Uh, I had another car. It was about 14 years old. It kept breaking down. Every time it broke down, it cost me three or four, $500. And I said, well, I was out riding around one day, went to Nissan place, and I was just looking, and they had I wanted a brand new Sentra. Well, they had that Nissan Altima on the lot, and it was just a year old. And I drove it home that day. I bought it that day, and I had it paid for in 2 years and 4 months. I paid about half of it down. I'd saved my money up, and then I borrowed the money the rest of it for 5 years, and I paid it off in 2 years and 4 months because I knew I was fixing to retire, and I was getting ready. After I broke my leg, I knew I wasn't going to be able to work long, so I got it paid for before I retired. I paid it off right after I got out of the nursing home, taking therapy with my leg. Okay, sweetheart, Linda, I'll talk to you later. I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I'm going to have to get up and get me something to eat. I don't know. I may run down here at Sonic and get me a hamburger or something. I don't know. I've got plenty to eat here. And I've got that taco soup. Oh, thank you, Linda. God bless you too. I may come on later. If I don't, I'm going to try to. If I don't go to sleep in the morning, I'm going to may get on here in the morning. And then have another one tomorrow evening. I'm going to try. I'm going to start trying to have two a day. Have one in the morning, and one at night. I did that a couple of days when I was doing it in January. But I have enjoyed this today, and I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for coming in here. I've been on here 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, Sugar Creek, I'm fixing to get off from here too. So I'm going to talk to y'all later, and I'm going to get off from here, and I just may go to Sonic's and get me a hamburger. But I will see y'all maybe in the morning, and I will definitely will be back tomorrow evening. But I'm going to say good day, and y'all have a good day. Thank y'all so much. God bless each one of you.